There are so many popular towns within the Philadelphia suburb area, but if you're looking for a town that has walkability or close to a thriving downtown area, these two towns should probably be on your list. Ambler and Doylestown are within a half hour from each other and both right around an hour to Center City, Philadelphia. Ambler has a population of right around 6,800 residents and is located in Montgomery County. Comparing that to Doylestown, which has a population of a little more than 8,300 residents, and Doylestown is located in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Besides all of the incredible things that we're going to talk about when it comes to both of these towns, one of the main things about both of these towns that are so desirable is their locations. Both Ambler and Doylestown are only right around an hour from Center City, Philadelphia, although Ambler might be able to get you there a little bit sooner depending on traffic, maybe around 45 minutes or so. Both towns are only around 2 hours from New York City and around 2 hours to the Jersey Shore as well. If you like to take long weekend trips, these locations might be perfect for you because you could go to Philly, New York City, the beach, or the mountains, all within 2 hours or less. Next, let's compare the school districts for both of these towns, starting with Ambler. The two districts that service the Ambler area are Wissahickon School District, which is rated the 12th best district in Pennsylvania out of 500 total public school districts, and the School District of Upper Dublin, which is rated the 17th best in Pennsylvania. Taking a deeper look into these districts, Wissahickon is rated the 3rd best district in Montgomery County with an overall rating of A+ and A+ ratings for academics, teachers, and college prep. Now let's take a look at Upper Dublin School District, which is rated an overall A rating with an A+ for academics, an A for teachers, clubs and activities, and an A+ for sports, along with an A for college prep and the administration as well. Both districts have a student to teacher ratio of 15:1, which is tremendous because the national average is 16:1. Now for one of the most interesting categories, which is the taxes. Both of these towns have the same PA sales tax of 6%, along with the same Pennsylvania income state tax of 3.07% flat rate tax. And that flat rate means that no matter how much you make, everyone is taxed at the same 3.07% rate, and it doesn't fluctuate like other states depending on how much you make. Everyone is taxed at that same amount. When it comes to property taxes, that's where things get a little different. Doylestown's approximate property tax rate is 1.45% of the home's assessed value, compared to Ambler, which is 1.70 to 1.80% of the assessed value. This rate can vary depending on multiple other factors about location and the specific home as well. Depending on where you're moving from, for the most part, these taxes are probably below what you're already paying in your home state. Speaking of the cost of living, let's get into the average price of a home for both of these towns. Real quick, before we get into these numbers, keep in mind that these are just averages. And yes, they're including everything from a small condo to a multi-million-dollar estate. The average sales price can drastically change depending on what type of home you're looking for. For a 4 to 5 bedroom single family house on an acre of land, of course, that average sales price is going to be much different than if you're looking for a 2 to 3 bedroom townhome. So keep that in mind when you're hearing these figures. The average housing cost in Ambler is $632,408, and that has risen by 4.9% over the last year. To give you a better idea of what that price gets you here in Ambler, let's take a look at some of the homes that are currently listed. So we can see that most options in this price range are single family homes with a course of couple of townhome options. These homes are ranging from 3 to 5 bedrooms and around 1,800 to 3,500 square feet. Now let's take a look at Doylestown, which has an average sales price of $624,803, and those values have risen 3.8% over the last year. And now for this price point in Doylestown, it looks like for the most part, you can get a nice mix of single family and townhomes as well. These homes are ranging from 2 to 4 bedrooms with around 1,300 to 3,000 square feet. One of the main reasons why both Doylestown and Ambler are so well known and so popular is because of all the incredible things to do within each of these towns. Starting with Doylestown, which not only has just the main street, but an entire downtown area full of locally owned shops, dining, boutiques, theaters, and and truly so much more, all within that downtown area, which is why so many people not only love to live in the downtown area where you can truly have just full walkability, but also those that like to live maybe on the outskirts of Doylestown where you can maybe get a bigger home, more land, but you're still only about 5 to 10 minutes from that downtown area. If you love history, you'll love Doylestown because it has so many popular historic attractions. There is the incredible Font Hill Castle, the original Mercer Tile Works, and so much more. There are, of course, tons of incredible parks all throughout Doylestown as well, with one of the most popular parks being Lake Galena Peace Valley Park. Beautiful Lake Galena is perfect with walking trails, picnic areas, boat rentals, riding your bike, walking the dog, etc. Now for Ambler, of course, Ambler also has a wonderful downtown area. It isn't as large as Doylestown, and it isn't really as much of an entire downtown area as opposed to really just maybe one main street, although that main street is packed with shopping, dining, tons of things to do, and they also have a theater as well. There are also plenty of parks throughout Ambler as well, with one of the most popular being Ambler Borough Park. Honestly, there are just so many great things to do in both of these towns that I can create an entire separate video just on all of the things to do within Ambler and Doylestown. One comparison that you probably haven't really thought of is the healthcare, because of course that is very important. Let's dive into the healthcare when it comes to both of these towns. Ambler doesn't physically have a hospital within the town, but it is very closely nearby to some of the other very popular major hospitals in the area, with it of course being fairly close to Philadelphia, which has some of the best hospitals in the country. Doylestown is home to Doylestown Hospital, which is one of the top rated hospitals in the state, with of course all of the incredible hospitals in Philadelphia as well. Philadelphia truly is a mecca for top rated healthcare. 1 in 6 doctors throughout the entire country was trained right here in Philadelphia, which if that tells you anything, it truly shows how much of a healthcare emphasis this area really has. If you're looking to move into an area with a very strong community feel, honestly, you can't go wrong by choosing either Ambler or Doylestown, because both towns constantly have some very popular community events, such as the annual tree lightings, fireworks, holiday parades, along with the car shows, 5K running events, farmers markets, etc. If you want to live in a place where people are truly proud to live and really look after one another and really love their town, honestly, you might want to add both of these towns to your list. Let's take a look at the overall niche ratings for both of these towns, starting with Ambler, which has an overall A rating with an A+ for public schools, an A good for families rating, A- for outdoor activities, an A for diversity, and an A for the commute. Doylestown has an overall A rating as well, with an A+ for public schools, A+ good for families rating, an A for outdoor activities, along with an A for nightlife, an A- for health and fitness rating as well. If you're ready to make the move to one of these towns or anywhere within the Philadelphia metro area, I would love to help you find your perfect home. All of my contact information is down in the description, and I'll see you over on this next video.